Princess Putman is the proud mother of 3 beautiful children and an amazing friend to all who know her. Princess started with Greenville County DSS through their Work Experience program. She came to work on time every day, completed every task given, and was always eager to learn more. Due to her great work ethic, Princess was hired as a temporary hourly employee in June of 2012. Keith Frazier saw Princess's potential and how dedicated she was to her job, and was often heard to say, "I have to get her a full-time position. She needs stability because she has those babies to take care of." Anyone who knew Keith knew that once his mind was set on something, he was not going to stop until he successfully brought it to fruition. In 2014, Keith created the Front End Foster Care Unit. As this was a newly created area, workers were needed who were going to be dedicated, responsible, and able to complete tasks quickly. Keith immediately thought of Princess for administrative support in that area. In September of 2014, Princess was hired as the full-time administrative support in the Front End Foster Care Unit. She is very valuable to that unit and puts her all into assisting the workers as well as the children to ensure they have everything needed for successful outcomes. Princess doesn't brag or boast about what she does, but if she sees something that needs to be done, she just does it, and often without anyone knowing she was the one who did. When children come into care, she doesn't stop until they have everything they need to go to placement. Everything from adequate clothing and supplies to Social Security cards, birth certificates, and medical records. She invests countless hours in making sure her paperwork is completely timely. So much so that on one occasion, her son was sick. But there were pressing issues with a case that could not wait. She came in after hours, made a pallet on the floor for her son, and completed the work. When children are at the DSS office, Princess does everything she can to help them cope with the trauma of being brought into care. She makes them feel safe and secure, and even makes sure they have food to eat while they are there. Children are always a top priority for Princess. Just as an example, a small boy came into care who had a watch with him. He was very attached to that watch. It had belonged to his father, who had recently passed away. He was not able to take the watch to his placement, so he was very upset and became agitated and uncooperative. Princess was able to calm him down, and she promised him that she would personally keep the watch and ensure he got it back. She kept the watch and continuously checked with the worker to see if a new placement had been found so that she could get his watch back to him. The boy was eventually placed with a family member, and Princess personally delivered his watch. Another situation occurred when a 14-year-old who came into care was unable to go to his foster placement for several days. As truancy had been an issue, Princess was very concerned because the child was in foster care because of not going to school, and yet he was still not attending. She called his home school and asked them what was needed for him to be able to attend, as there were extenuating circumstances involved. The school told her what was needed. She gathered the needed information, then took him to school and picked him up every day until he was able to go to his placement. Princess loves her job and is the prime example of what Keith Frazier worked so hard to accomplish: dedication and showing love to everyone regardless of their circumstances. It is our honor to recognize Princess Putman with the 2019 Keith A. Frazier Champion for Children Award.